Brian Pillman had just got himself unbooked from WCW. He got himself released from WCW, and he just started showing up in ECW. And that was around the time I'd start coming back around ECW shows, because I had trained with Al for a little bit. I moved back to Jersey, started going back to ECW shows, and hooked up with Stevie and Raven. And then once I became the Blue Meanie and Brian Pillman was there, he was living the gimmick. You know, everything you heard about him being in character with the loose cannon gimmick was all real. You'd be in the hotel lobby at the Travel Lodge, the Cylinder of Sin, and Brian Pillman would barge out from the hotel bar, run through the lobby, and go outside and start slamming the doors of the hotel like, "Oh, you motherfuckers, you," and go up, and we're like, "Holy shit," everybody goes, "Oh, kayfabe is dead." Kayfabe was not dead to Brian Pillman. He kept up that character all the time. But I had one cool interaction with Brian, and unfortunately it was probably like the last time he was in. Brian had just had his car accident where his truck flipped, and unfortunately, and he had to have surgery on his leg, and he was confined to a wheelchair, which was so heartbreaking because he was such a high flyer and such a great wrestler, to see a guy who have to sit in a wheelchair for a while. But like, I'm sitting there, and if you ever went into an ECW locker room back in the day, everybody sat in the same exact spots. So sat there, blah blah blah. So I'm in my normal spot, and it's right by the one door in the locker room, and I'm sitting there putting on my knee pads, putting on my boots, and Brian Pillman comes in. He comes in through the one entrance in his wheelchair. I turn around and goes, "Meanie, I see you've been keeping up with my ab routine." And he gave me a little wink, and I popped. And it's just a cool little moment between a young guy in the business and a guy who I respected and enjoyed watching, wanting to become a wrestler, and just to have a cool little interaction with Pillman like that is one of the many cool stories in this business I've been able to experience.